and just the feeling that I had of being by the ocean. And I took control of my healing when I was going through all these issues.
Welcome to I'm Out Media, where we explore the stories and strategies of exceptional individuals venturing beyond the norm. I'm your host, Nathan Hornstein. Today, speaking with Kate Edelstein, an American marketing executive who reinvented herself as herbalist, moving to Playa now in Panama. Let's meet her. We've just been to your herb shop and we discussed all those different teas that you're making, personalizing, and that's all your new life.
Yes.
But I want to go back to the beginning and tell us, who is Kate Edelstein?
Thank you. First, thank you so much for coming. Wow, this is all very new, actually. The world of herbs is not new. My connection to the plants is not new, but my journey to get here has been all over the place. I was in digital marketing for 10 years. I was a business analyst for a lighting design company. I actually went to school for video production and lived in New York for a long time doing video production. But my healing journey of, I dealt with a lot of internal medical issues, a lot of female issues, and I was constantly getting laryngitis and all these things that were happening that my doctors would always prescribe pharmaceuticals for, and they were destroying me, destroying my microbiome, my gut, which led to so many other issues. And so I started looking for natural ways of being able to heal myself, and also everything I put in and on my body. So making my own skincare, my own shampoo, pretty much everything I put in on my body. I was trying to find natural ways to do that. And so I really went into the discovery of plants and how the plants and herbs can help heal us. And I went to Guatemala and took a permaculture and herbalism course and really just dove in deep to this world. And when I moved to Panama, I started building my apothecary in my very small studio apartment at the time. And my boyfriend was wanting to kill me because there was just stuff everywhere, herbs and jars, so many jars. We saved every jar.
Beautiful
and
jars. I've seen some of them.
Yeah.
Very nice herbs.
Yeah, thank you.
It's beautiful to see them, what they really look like. We heard those names and we know
Yes.
some supplements, but seeing the real flowers, that's really cool.
Yeah, thank you.
So let's go back to this corporate America that you were describing.
Mm-hmm.
You lived in New York.
Yeah.
What was that like?
Well, I grew up in New York. It's where I was born and raised, so it's all I ever knew. Definitely learned some street smarts there, and but it was a concrete jungle. It was but I had an amazing garden in our backyard, and I just remember being little and making potions with all the plants, and so that was really where my journey began with plants. But it wasn't easy. You're not connected to nature there. You're really disconnected to nature. So I was there, and then as soon as I was able to kind of get out of the city and move on, I was in Pennsylvania for some time for high school. I was in North Carolina, which is like very country. And then I made it to Denver, Colorado, where I was there for the past 7 years before moving to Panama. And that was really where I just was in nature and got to the mountains as much as humanly possible. And although I was living in the city, I just tried to spend as much time as I could in the mountains and in nature. But my heart longed so badly for the ocean. And for years, pretty much the day I met my boyfriend, Matt, I was like, I hope you know that we're moving to the beach, like as soon as possible. Like that's what my next step is, and I hope you're on board to do that with me. And like luckily we found Panama and moved here very quickly.
Yeah, I hear you. So you moved out of the big city of New York, closer and closer to nature.
Yes, yes, exactly.
Where did this passion for the sea come from? Like, where did you say, oh, it needs to be the sea?
Yeah.
Why?
I think it was growing up and going to vacations to the beach and just the feeling that I had of being by the ocean. And I actually have this memory that I thought about recently, because I was like, wow, I'm living my dream right now, like this dream that I had when I was little of just sitting by the ocean, like and eating food and hearing the waves and smelling the ocean. And I just was like, this is going to be my life one day. I'm going to live here. This is going to be what I have. And recently I found myself sitting by the ocean and eating and listening to the waves. And I'm like, oh my God, I've arrived, my dream.
So, yeah, you're describing this moment that you really felt like you can make a decision, but it started earlier and it's been like moving on to this point.
Yes.
So, describe, how did you come to Panama, out of all places?
Yeah. So I've been on the hunt for my beach for a long time. I actually moved to California for a very quick sprint over COVID years. And I just realized that was not my beach. And I just had an opportunity, so I went for it. But I had a kind of a specific thought in mind of what I was looking for when I wanted a beach. And funny enough, this is actually not it. I was thinking, I want crystal blue water. Like I was thinking Caribbean. Actually, my ideal, I was like, I want Florida beaches. If you're from the United States, you'll understand this reference. But I want Florida beaches, but California weather and Denver, Colorado people. And I was like, I'm never going to find that in the United States. So I knew that what I was looking for was going to be outside of the U.S. And so it just became like my start to try to find it and look internationally where that beach was going to be. And I had some friends that went to a surf camp not far from here, about an hour from here, called Sansara. And they went to the surf camp, and afterwards found Playa Venao and told us all about it, my boyfriend and I, and we went down for New Year's, fell in love with it. And although it wasn't ideally that crystal blue Caribbean beach, and maybe not the California weather, but the weather here is pretty awesome. It's not too humid, not too dry. And the water's beautiful, and it's warm, and the people, there are Colorado people here. It's the community here is incredible. So once I found amazing water, amazing community, amazing weather, although it wasn't maybe my initial vision, it was exactly the words that I was looking for. So it was amazing. Perfect. Yeah.
Yeah, you mentioned earlier an entire healing story. Do you want to touch base into the topic of who Rhea is?
Yeah, Rhea. Yeah. Yeah. So a year ago, exactly 1 year ago, I was at Burning Man, and I was gifted the name Rhea as my playa name. You get a name while you're there, and it was Rhea because of my love for nature and plants. Someone actually was like, "You're like Gaia." And I was like, oh, that's a tall name to give to me. I don't know if I could take the name Gaia. And someone was like, Rhea. Rhea is the daughter of Gaia and Uranus, the sky god. So you're like the sky god, and Gaia had a baby, and Rhea is who you are. And she's also a goddess of nature and mother of gods. And I was like, wow, yeah, Rhea, that really, like, I feel that. And throughout my time, the 10 days I was there, I kept introducing myself as Rhea, and I was like, wow, I just feel so good. It's a powerful name, and I never really connected with the name Kate growing up. I just thought it was so boring, and I just didn't connect with it. And so I just felt so good calling myself Rhea that I took it outside of Burning Man, which people usually don't do, and I decided when I moved to Panama, because nobody knows me, I could be anything, I could be anybody I want to be, I'm going to be Rhea. And I started introducing myself as Rhea the whole time I was here. And then exactly 1 year later, on my 40th birthday, which was just this past September, I was thinking about it, and I can't remember, I think I maybe introduced myself as Rhea to someone, and for the first time it felt off. Something felt off about me introducing myself as that. And oh no, I remember what it was, is that I remember I was thinking about people saying my name, saying happy birthday to me. And the thought of them saying happy birthday to Rhea felt off. And I was like, why does this feel off? Something feels off. And I had this aha moment where I was like, oh my God, all my life I have been wanting to change something about myself, change the way I look, change my hair, change all these things, change my name. And the first opportunity I took to change my name, because I hated my name growing up, and I took it. And how much more empowering would it be to change my name back to Kate and accept Kate for who she is, accept her for everything, accept the way she looks, her name, because that's like the most empowering thing, is to step into who I'm supposed to be, the name I chose for myself before I even came to earth. I named myself, I put myself in this body. And so on my birthday, at birthday dinner, before they sang her happy birthday to me, I gave kind of this speech about that I'm going back to Kate, and I want them all to sing happy birthday to Kate, and go back and love myself for who I am, self-acceptance, self-love of Kate, of all of me.
Wow.
So.
Wow, thank you for sharing. This is really powerful.
Yeah, thank you.
So Playa now is the place of your healing, and it's your dream place, although it's not like your dreams actually.
It is,
but
so, yeah.
Now you're even creating a place for other people to join in join into their healing stories.
Yes.
So what's that place like?
Yes, wow, thank you. Because so Soprana is the name of my herbal shop, my apothecary, and more than an apothecary, it's a place, it's a learning apothecary. It's a place of workshops. My dream is not just to make products and sell them, but to create a space to empower people to come and take control of their healing journeys. So I took control of my healing when I was going through all these issues with my reproductive system and other things I was going through, in my laryngitis, and I took control of that, and I felt powerful that I can heal that. And I want other people to do that too. I want people to, we're kind of in the middle of nowhere here, and healthcare is not easy to come by. It's an hour and a half to get to the nicest hospital, and I wanted to create a place where people can take control of their own health. And so I do weekly workshops every week where I do different topics where people can come and learn about how to do immunity products, or hormone support, or whatever it is. I do something every week and teach them how to use the herbs to make their own products and to help heal themselves.
Wow. So you mentioned you learned this in Guatemala. What was that like?
Yeah, so that was kind of the first step into my getting a certification. And then since then, I've taken quite a few certification courses since then. I just kind of keep trying to learn as much as I can, and then everything I learn, I want to share. But Guatemala was amazing. I was there for a month in Lake Atitlan, and I studied under Sarah Wu, the village witch, and she really helped me step into my witchiness and really stepped into the power of permaculture, which steps into, we won't go into this, but a housing project that we're working on. But just learning the principles of that was important. But the bigger piece of it that really grasped me was just herbalism in general, and how learning about all the different herbs and how they work on different systems, and really just learning with your intuition of how to pick herbs that suit you for your needs, and how to use them for healing. And so that was kind of the beginning of my love of just really deep diving into the world of herbalism. And then since then, I've been just kind of taking courses and learning and just listening to my intuition and my inner power, because it's all my inner knowing of this for lifetimes. I've been an herbalist.
What's your message to that person? I think you have a very concrete idea of people that you want to help. If you could imagine I'm one of them, but what would you tell them? What can they find here?
I would tell you that that the magic is in you, and you are able to heal yourself. You have all of the tools inside of you to be able to heal yourself. And we have herbs all around us. We have so many plants around us that you're able to find to help you with the things that you need. But Surprana has herbs from around the world, herbs that you can never even think about, that go beyond just Panama, because we don't have everything here that grows here. But you have the ability to heal yourself, and you can look within you and see what you need, and together we can help form a tea or a tincture or a lotion or whatever it is that your body needs to heal, and we can work together to find that out, so you could heal yourself.
Yeah, thank you for the invitation.
Thank you.
Thank you
so
for
much.
spending the time with me here today. It was really interesting and valuable for me to hear that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, help me putting out new content in the future by subscribing to my channel, and like, comment and share with your friends. If you're on an exit story yourself, I'd love to hear from you. Message me via email or social media. Always be yourself, and remember, you're not alone in this. I'm your host, Nathan Hornstein, and I'm out.